Alright, we're finally going to talk about Spectre and the Sunavalon cards, along with Yako Tenma being one of my favorite characters, saving my personal favorite for last here. So Spectre's known as the guy that likes the Sunavalon cards. So, the first thing you need to know is Sunseed Genius Loci, a seed that can be harvested from the Sunavalon once every 1,000 years. It is said it will become a powerful guardian spirit of its land after 1,000 years. So basically, we're planting a seed and we're watching it grow. That's the whole deck. Sunseed Shadow. If you control a plant normal monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one extra linked, link 2 or lower plant monster you control. Special summon one link monster with the same name to your field so that it is co-linked. Okay, that's pretty good. You get an auto beam out. Sunseed Twin. If this card is normal summoned, you control a Sunavalon monster, you can target one plant normal monster in graveyard, special summon it. Ooh. If you have 2 or more link monsters in your graveyard with the same name, you can banish this card from your graveyard and one link monster you control, and then target one of those link monsters in your graveyard with the same name, special summon it. Self-replace and cloning effects. That's pretty good. Sunseed Maiden. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets one plant monster, control quick effect, and special summon this card from your hand. If you do, negate that activation. Wow, we're just literally giving everything to Sunavalon. Alright. Sunavalon Daphne. So it's 2 plant monsters to make this, and it's left and right. Cannot be used as link material. The turn is link summoned. Cannot be targeted for attacks, but your opponent can still attack you directly. Once per turn, you tribute 1 monster, then target 2 plant link monsters in your graveyard, return them to your extra deck. Yeah, they had to give this deck a Lone Fire Blossom, or a Pot of Avarice, essentially. Alright, then we got Dryads. So it's 2 plant monsters. Cannot be used as link material. Cannot be targeted for an attack, so your opponent can still attack you directly. If this card is link summoned using a Sunavalon link monster, it gains the following effect. Up to twice per turn, if you take battle damage, you can special summon 1 Sunvine link monster from your extra deck to your zone that this card points to. So you just get to beam out the guys. If you do gain life points equal to the damage you took. So that's where the Pot of Avarice effect from the other link monster comes in handy. The link 3, Sunavalon Dryanom. 2+ plant monsters, cannot be used as link material, and your opponent can still attack you directly. It cannot be targeted for attacks. Once per turn, if a monster this card points to is targeted for an attack, you can move that monster to another main monster zone to negate that attack. And if you do, or if this card is link summoned using a Sunavalon link monster, you get the following effect. Up to 3 times per turn, if you take battle damage, you can special summon 1 Sunvine link monster from your extra deck to your zone this card points to. Your Sunavalon link monsters this card points to, and if you do, gain life points equal to the damage you took. So, once again, more life gain. And then this is the thing that we care about. The Sunavalon Dryas is where you start your combo. So it's 1 plant normal monster. Cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. Once per turn, if you take battle or effect damage, you can special summon 1 Sunvine link monster from your extra deck, which is on this card points to. Or Sunavalon. I love this deck. And then the big bad link 4 cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Your opponent can still attack you directly, and it can't be targeted for attacks. Same thing. Once per turn, tribute 1 plant link monster this card points to. Then target face-up spell and trap cards your opponent controls up to the tributed monster's link rating. Destroy them. Monsters in your main monster zone cannot attack the turn that you activate this effect. So, by the way, hot 0 attack. Sunavalon Malias. 2+ link monsters, or 2+ plant monsters, including link monster. Link 3. And same thing, cannot be used as link material. Turns link summon. This card is link summon. You target 1 plant monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position to your zone that this guy points to. Cannot be targeted for an attack, so your opponent can still attack you directly. At the start of the battle phase, target 1 Sunvine link monster this card points to. During the battle phase, it can attack up to the number of Sunavalon link monsters you control. So, just climb that fat link rating. Then we got Sunvine Gardna, 1 plant monster. If no Sunavalon link monster points to this card unfortunately detonates itself. When an opponent's monster closes an attack that targets this card, you can target 1 Sunavalon link monster's card points to reduce any battle damage you would take in that battle times 800 from the link rating. If this card is destroyed by battle, you can end the battle phase. So you get a nice little guardian to protect you. Sunavalon Healer. On special summon, target 1 Sunavalon link monster this card points to, gain life points equal to its link rating times 300. You can literally tell this deck has everything, right? And then we got Thrasher. It's 1 plant normal monster. If you control no Sunavalon link monster, that points to this card. Destroy this card. This card is special summon. Target 1 Sunavalon link monster this card points to. Gets 800 times the link rating. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles opponent's monster, you can activate this effect. If the opponent's monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon it to your zone that a Sunavalon Link monster points to. Yep. Pretty good. Alright, the Sunavalon actual spell cards here. Activate this card by targeting one Sunavalon Link monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, and if you do, its attack comes equal to its Link rating times 1000. Link 4 becomes 4k. But it has its effects negated. Also, for the rest of this turn, it cannot be used as Link material, nor attack. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. If you take battle or effect damage, you can send this card to the graveyard and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. Okay, so next, Monster Reborn. Sunvine Crossbreed. Once per turn, you contribute one living monster you control. Special summon one plant monster from your graveyard, but its effects are negated. So, another Monster Reborn for this deck. Just like we need more of these. Sunvine Plunder. Activate this card by paying 800 life. Target one face-up spell card your opponent controls. Take control of that card. What? Your opponent cannot destroy this card, and this card cannot be targeted with card effects. When this card would be destroyed, destroy the targeted card. When the targeted card is destroyed, destroy this card. That's nuts. Sunvine Shrine. Okay, so if you control a Sunavalon monster, activate this card by sending one card from your hand to the graveyard. If you control no Sunavalon monsters, destroy this card. There can only be one Sunvine Shrine on the field. Once per turn, target one level 4 lower plant normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. During end phase, you can send this card to the graveyard, and then target one trap card in your graveyard, set it to your field. Okay, so this is where these come in. So activate this card by negating the effects of all monsters your opponent controls. What? Then target one Link 4 or higher plant Link monster in your extra monster zone. Its attack comes equal to the total attack of all monsters it points to. During damage calculation only. When this card leaves field, destroy this card. Oh, when that monster leaves field, destroy this card. Okay, that's pretty good. Sunavalon Force. Your opponent cannot target Sunavalon Link monster control with card effects. Your opponent's monster is destroyed by battle. After damage calculation, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its Link rating of the monster on the field. The highest Link rating. Your choice if tied times 100. So you get a free little ping, I guess? Sunavalon Glorious Growth. Activate this card if you take battle or effect damage. Special summon one Sunvine token, and if you do immediately after this effect resolves, Link summon one Avalon Link monster. Then gain life points equal to the damage you took. If you gain life points, inflict the damage to your opponent. Once per turn, when your opponent's monster declares direct attack, you can target the attacking monster, negate that attack. Then that monster must attack again in a row on one of your Sunvine monsters. If a Sunavalon monster controls destroyed, destroy this card. There's a lot going on there. Sunbloom Doom. If you control a Sunavalon monster, target one monster you control, gain life points equal to the total attack of all monsters on the field with the same type as that monster. Oh, anti-archetype cards, my favorite. You can banish this card from the graveyard, destroy as many monsters on the field as possible with a level less than or equal to the total number of spell and trap cards in the graveyards that were activated this turn. If you do inflict 3 damage to their controllers for each of their destroyed monsters. Okay. Sunvine Burial. If you control a Sunavalon monster, target one set card your opponent controls. And if it's a trap card, banish it. So you get to reveal it. If it's a trap card, you get to ping it out. Then banish all cards your opponent's hand and deck with the same name as that banished card. Does it really have to be Sunavalon specific? Alright, well that's all that. So we got Sergei's stupid deck. It's not Earthbound's. It's Thorn Prisoner Van. This card's targeted for an attack. Reveal one Thorn Prison monster from your hand. Pay 400 life. You take no battle damage from this battle. And at the end of the damage step, social summon both this card from your graveyard and the revealed one in your hand. So Darli here is the tuner. Once per turn during your opponent's battle phase, when your opponent's monster declares an attack while you control another Thorn Prison monster, you pay 400 life points to negate that attack. That's pretty free. And then Thorn Observer Vendazaro Mali. So this card's attack becomes double the value of subtracting your current life from 2,500. Once per turn, pay 100 life, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That target's attack comes 100 till the end of the turn. I love that auto answer, by the way. And then we have Zuma. So this thing does require the actual synchro to make. Okay. One tuner plus one Thorn Prisoner monster. On synchro summon, place one Thorn counter on all monsters on the field. While this card is on the field, monsters with Thorn counters cannot attack. Also, during each player's end phase, the turn player takes 400 damage for each Thorn counter on the field. This card is targeted for an attack. While all the monsters that were used for single summon are in the graveyard, you can pay 400 life. Then target all those monsters. You take no battle damage from this battle. At the end of the damage step, special summon those targets from your graveyard in attack position. This thing literally splits apart. And then we got Thorn Growth. During each player's end phase, that player takes 400 for each Thorn counter on the field. If a Thorn counter leaves the field, you take 100 damage for each counter. If you control no Thorn counters, destroy this card. Okay. Now it is time for my favorite. There's a whole lot here. Yako Tenma, Yu-Gi-Oh! R's main bad guy, playing the Wicked God deck. So I just pulled up the stuff that we have from the manga. I don't know how much of this we're actually going to get, but this is what we have for him. So this is just a piercing damage becomes 0. I guess. Angel 01. Just a normal monster, I guess. They can very easily make this into something else. Kazi Molar, another normal. Hourglass of Life, we know about. Leraje, God of Archery. Okay. Tellus the Little Angel. Oh. When Tellus goes to the graveyard, it leaves its wings. So when this card is sent to the graveyard, special summon Tellus Wing token to your side of the field. It's a little floater. Then we have Voltus. Okay. We have Tellus Wing. So this card is not a physical card, but the wings of Tellus the Little Angel. Oh, it's adorable, actually. Berserker mode. All monsters on the field are switched to attack position and must participate in a battle phase. So, literally, in addition, all monsters on your side of the field must attack if possible. Okay. Level award. Change the level of one monster on the field to any number of your choice between 0 and 8. Loss of strength. Activate only during your battle phase. The attack of one monster monster becomes 0. Monster may not attack. Alright. Power collapse. Activate only during your battle phase. Select one monster that has destroyed a monster by battle. Decrease the attack of the selected monster by the attack of the destroyed monster. Afterwards, selected monster may get an additional attack. Some of these cards are broken. Summon one monster control the graveyard. Special summon one monster from a graveyard at the same level as the monster sent to the graveyard. Alright, that's pretty good. Chronic Deja Vu. Activate this card only when your opponent normal special summons a monster successfully, and you do not control any monster on your side of the field. Special summon one monster identical to your opponent's monster. What? Compatible level. Activate only when your opponent successfully normal or special summons a monster. Pay half your current life and special summon monster from your hand whose total level stars exactly equal the level of the opponent's monster. What? That's bonkers. Intruder alarm. Yellow alert. Activate only when your opponent's monster goes to attack. Special summon one monster from your hand. If it is on your field at the end of the battle phase, return it to your hand. That one's not bad. Junk Dealer. Activate only when your opponent performs a successful fusion summon. All fusion materials that were sent to the graveyard for that fusion monster are special summoned to your side of the field. What? And then Level Resist Wall. Activate only when a monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Special summon monsters from your hand whose total level equal exactly the level of the destroyed monster. Manga cards are broken. Well, we don't have a lot on Yako Tenma here, but, you know, he did play the Wicked Avatar and all of these other things. The Devil. This card cannot be special summoned. This card can be normal summon or set by triggering 3 monsters. Opponent can activate spell trap cards until the end of the second turn after this card is normal summoned. Attack and defense of this card are each 1 point higher than the highest card on the field. So, I mean, we have the Wicked Avatar. It's interesting, nonetheless, but that's kind of really what we're looking at here. So, what do you guys think about these? Pick your favorite to vote for currently for the poll result. And, well, that concludes everything we've got to talk about for these. I'm out, guys. Peace. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanColt40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.